Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So coming to you today now. It is 11:03, 5,162. Definitely took it much easier. Today was wild in the morning. I had like a 40-minute phone call. It's one of those things of, you call somebody and you have to go over like your name, your date of birth, all of that stuff. Um, and then by the time you're actually on hold, right, and you listen to all the announcements, you're up at like, 7 minutes before you actually get to the issue, right? One of those things, right? So I had to be transferred around a lot and all of that. So unfortunately, it was, yeah, it was a while. But anyhow, I got transferred around. I actually ended up just, um, getting that everybody has my new address. So what I had to do was just kind of email somebody and just say, hey, what do you say about maybe what do you say about you maybe update the printer? Because when you guys print these bills, right, in mass production, right, on your commercial printers, maybe that's the issue, or something like that. So maybe just the printer needs a nudge or something, right? So anyhow, that was crazy. I also did want to do my research from that I mentioned yesterday. There was actually one really recently. You guys can see. And I'm gonna try. I think it was the French Alps. There we go. That's what it was, guys. It was in the French Alps. There we go. No, their mountains are something different over there. I know there's the Himalayas. Then there's the Appalachian. Oh, the Rocky Mountains, yeah, out west. And then there's a couple other big chains in the world, right? Um, Obviously, the Himalayas are in Asia, and all of that. But again, this into geography, guys. But I did want to share that there. And then I'll also share the French Alps. I actually didn't know it was recently. I guess not, again, like I said yesterday, not all things like that make world news, right? Because world news can be national news, right? So, for example, CBS Evening News is a national thing, right? So, any CBS, I don't care what it is, CBS 21, which was obviously in South Carolina, and I forget the number for Jacksonville, but WJXX, which obviously makes sense, right? And I don't even know Miami's call letters. But anyhow, you guys get the point, right? So, this into the telecommunications and geography lesson. But there's the two links. Or actually, I'll just put them in the description. Or I might just put the one screenshot at the end and the other link in the description. So anyhow, guys, that is also... And then yesterday, another addition I wanted to share is I wonder how he would have responded. Oh my god, my grandma's really bad. I'll go check on her here in a minute. Jeez. That's not good. So I wonder how he would have responded. Let's say, for example, if he kind of shared with him, right, like, no need to be worried if you would go to jail, right, like, we're not going to put you in for 40 years. It's unconstitutional, right, to be convicted or have crimes against you and be convicted for another crime. So, example, embezzlement can't be convicted for murder, right? So it's like, yeah, it's only like 30 days. It's really not that bad. Like, I wonder how he would have responded. And I wonder if how he did respond would have raised more red flags. No. I thought she was getting up. Like I said, I'll definitely go check on her. But then last night, guys, oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was like the different warming. It wasn't, like, obviously the one I shared before. Just got a little bit there now. But it was obviously the one before that, where it was like a 10 layers, right? So that one didn't have like a totally like calming. And there was only like the warmth in your heart, and somewhat in your back. But this was just everywhere. It was a totally crazy thing. And basically I fell asleep 15 minutes afterwards. My heart rate just dropped really fast. I obviously used the phone. so I don't know the timestamps, but I can show a couple of the heart rates, and it just like dropped, and I just was like, oh my gosh, just it was wild, guys. So anyhow, guys, so I got fantastic sleep, and was very, very full of energy right this morning. Like I took care of my rack here. Obviously took out mail, got the mail. I took out the trash and the recycling. Bang, bang, bang this morning, guys, and emptied the, the dishwasher. And I had woken up, around 8. My phone, my watch said a little bit early. So it was like literally 30 minutes, maybe even 40. So I almost had a new record because I was just so, oh my gosh, guys, it was insane. So anyhow, guys, then, getting into work now. So obviously I work today. I don't know who I'm working with, but then on Saturday, I work with another person training because my boss was like, yeah, you did good. You could probably benefit from another. When we were there closing, she had said that she also had, a longer time as well. So don't get discouraged and all of that. And then obviously, I had shared about the different names on things because that's one thing that the person my first 3 days didn't really go over that well. There was a couple other things as well that, again, just probably could have been good reminders and helped and all of that. Because it was like my first day. He's like, these you should probably want to take back into here. But then they told me that you want to put them in first. So it's like, well, then we weren't putting them in first. And again, this was my first day, so it was just a whole bunch that I was taking in, and I didn't really remember what was in there whenever he said we have to take these back into the freezer. And I was just like, oh, okay. So again, it was a little bit too fast. Maybe that should have been saved for the third day. So I'm very excited to see how she trains and learn some new things from her. But like I said, whenever we were closing, she's like, oh, don't worry about it, right? Like my first time was pretty lengthy as well. Just about your time though too. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm very excited for that as well. And you guys saw with my money management, the hours that I get for 2 days while I'm still kind of starting and showing my skills. And the money that I get is good for me to be able to manage and balance. And obviously Graham, is only wanting like half of the usual rent. But she might not do that as well. She might just, because I went to help her with the waters and stuff. I made a special trip for her. So she might just take some off, right? And then my first paycheck, I can finish off the bill that I have with her. And that can pretty much just be a rent. So like a $100 cut of rent. And does that actually mean that it's like 200? I'm not going to give away all of those. Those are kind of my own personal, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that financial thing, right? Like everybody has rent. But it's just something that if it's an agreement, I just don't really like to discuss it. So anyhow, guys, yeah, that pretty much does it for my video here today. I'm still so excited. I had so much energy this morning, just full of life. Because guys, that was something else that, oh my god, like it was just, oh my god, like it was crazy. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to everyone later. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So it's now 1:39. I have 9,500, so perfectly planned post 10K run. So I just had my lunch, obviously, got done with Jenna Sinatra and another girl that I can't say. So I'm very excited and still just beyond elated with my progress. You guys can just see the joy and the utter excitement and how happy I am. There she goes. There she goes. Anyhow, guys, I will talk to you guys later. I have to get dressed and ready for work. So, see, and I already brushed my teeth after lunch. So, here we go, guys. Let's get ready.
She said that she didn't look at me any different. That came with such healing. Like, I felt a new freedom that I had never felt before. It's like shame and this guilt does not have its hold on me. Like, I can tell people and it's all right. And so now, because of that, because of getting to share with people and not being afraid of rejection, I'm able to keep a large group of people accountable, a few whom had never told anyone before that they also struggle with pornography. So that's really cool. And it's really cool to get to see how God can use you if you let him.
Right there, guys. That is also one thing I wanted to share, and I never shared. Whenever I shared, really feeling it, right? And we all can agree, right? It feels really good, right? But again, it doesn't feel that good, right? Like I said, with the examples that I shared. And you guys could hear, right, like her extreme happiness when she shared that. Like you could just hear it, right? And that's obviously how it was with me, right? Because I actually said that in the Sunday finale. It's like, so that was really cool, right? To have such an amazing experience and interaction like that. And just continue having amazing dealings after that. Like, it was really cool, right? So, yeah, you guys could hear the same excitement in my voice, and you can also hear it in hers. And I also wanted to share that whenever I said, so that was really cool, right? Like, that was really cool to have that interaction. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to start uploading now.